Hello and welcome to another Finnish Gear Use video. Today we're taking a look at what the Finnish Defence Forces were up to in December of 2025, covering incidents, procurements, defence industry developments, personnel changes and international cooperation. Let's get started. Started with incident. We begin this month in southern Lebanon, where Finnish peacekeepers serving with the UNIFIL mission were involved in a serious incident. On December 26th, a Finnish-French patrol was operating near the Blue Line, the UN demarcated border between Lebanon and Israel. While inspecting a road obstruction, an explosion occurred nearby, and shortly afterward, machine gun fire was directed towards the patrol from positions held by the Israeli Defence Forces. No Finnish peacekeepers were injured and no vehicles were damaged. Following medical checks, a few soldiers reported mild hearing-related symptoms, but the patrol was able to return safely to base. Back in Finland, the Defence Forces announced a tragic incident at the Vuosanka training area in Kuhmo. On December 1st, a conscript serving with the Kainuu Brigade died during a combat training exercise. Emergency services responded immediately, but the conscript could not be saved. Authorities have stated that no criminal activity is suspected, and the Oulu Police Department is conducting a standard cause of death investigation. The incident did not pose a danger to other troops. The family has been informed and crisis support was made available to fellow soldiers. Flags at the brigade were flown at half-mast in remembrance. On to procurements. December was a major month for Finnish air power. On December 12th, Defence Minister Antti Häkkänen authorized the procurement of AIM-120D-3 AMRAAM air-to-air missiles for Finland's F-35 fighter fleet. This is the latest and most advanced variant of the AMRAAM family. The deal includes not only the missiles themselves, but also training, spare parts, documentation, transportation, and logistical support through a US foreign military sales agreement. While earlier AMRAAM versions are used by Finland's F-18 Hornets and NASAM's air defense system, the new D3 missiles will be dedicated exclusively to the F-35 fleet, improving interoperability with NATO allies and strengthening deterrence. The Ministry of Defense also approved large defense system service contracts with Finnish companies as part of long-term strategic partnerships. These contracts cover aviation, maritime systems, ISR, command and control, training, and information security, with services delivered mainly between 2026 and 2030. The largest share goes to Patria Aviation, valued at roughly 62 million euros, supporting nearly 2,000 person-years of employment through 2030. Insta Group also received a significant contract worth about 17 million euros. According to Minister Häkkänen, these deals strengthen security of supply while keeping defense expertise and jobs inside Finland. Logistics Command also announced additional UAV acquisitions. The new drones, purchased through NATO's Support and Procurement Agency, will enhance reconnaissance, surveillance, and target acquisition. Deliveries begin in early 2026. More advanced systems such as the Parrot NFI UKR incorporate lessons learned from modern conflicts, while existing Parrot drones will continue supporting training and micro-UAS operations. The procurement is valued at around 15 million euros. On December 16th, Finland's first F-35 designated JF-501 was officially unveiled during a rollout ceremony at Lockheed Martin's facility in Fort Worth, Texas. Finnish defense leadership and government representatives attended the event, marking a historic milestone as Finland enters the fifth-generation fighter era. The aircraft had already completed its first test flight earlier in the month and will now be used for pilot and maintainer training in the United States before being delivered to Finland later in 2026. On to defense industry and exports. Sweden contracted Patria to upgrade 58 older Patria 6x6 armored vehicles originally delivered in the early 2000s. The mid-life upgrades will prepare the vehicles for remote weapon stations, with work taking place in Hämeenlinna, Finland, starting in early 2026. Patria also signed two major serial production contracts with Germany under the CAVS program, worth over 2 billion euros, including options. The contracts cover up to 876 Patria 6x6 vehicles in multiple configuration, including versions equipped with Nemo mortar systems and remote weapon stations. This is the largest contract in Patria's history, with deliveries starting in 2026. Patria and Rosomak SA extended their 8x8 vehicle manufacturing license until 2034, continuing a partnership that began in 2003. The agreement strengthens local production in Poland while reinforcing interoperability across EU and NATO forces. Patria also announced cooperation with Valmet Automotive to expand armored vehicle production in Finland. The partnership includes technology transfer and will see the first vehicles produced in Uusikaupunki during the second half of 2026, increasing Finland's domestic manufacturing capacity. Finally, Sweden ordered 94 additional Patria 6x6 vehicles under the CAVS program, bringing its total to 415 vehicles by 2030. The order includes troop transport, command and medevac variants worth about 140 million euros. On Finland's Independence Day, several senior officers were promoted. Rami Saari to Lieutenant General, Pekka Turunen to Major General, Jaro Kesänen to Brigadier General. These promotions reflect leadership roles across personnel, intelligence, and military education. Brigadier General Matti Honko began a special assignment as advisor to the commander of the US Army's 10th Mountain Division at Fort Drum. The role is part of the Finnish-US personnel exchange program, highlighting deepening bilateral defense cooperation. About 12,900 new conscripts began service in January 2026. Fitness levels are improving, with Cooper tests results on the rise, indicating stronger overall readiness. MPK also received 500,000 euros in additional funding to support voluntary defense training, while surveys show 80% of Finns are willing to participate in national defense if required. Starting in 2026, Finland raised the reservist age limit to 65, increasing the wartime reserve by an estimated 125,000 people over 5 years. Finland signed a SAR satellite cooperation agreement with the Netherlands and Poland, enhancing all-weather space-based surveillance. At the NATO level, Finland transitioned under Joint Force Command Norfolk, aligning Nordic defense planning under one operational command. Finland and Sweden also signed a new host nation support arrangement, clarifying how military support is provided on each other's territory during crisis. And that's it for December 2025. If you found this recap useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Finnish defense news, gear reviews, and analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.